Good morning and welcome back to Freckle Farms. We're heading down with our new harvester, the big beast. It actually gets up in boogies. It goes faster than our tractor. It does 50. So that's always good. Should make life a bit easier. It's pretty cruisy. It does its thing. It just zooms and zooms and turns on a dime. So it's going to be hard to replace this. I don't know if there's anyone out there better than this, in all honesty. But we'll see. I know you can get different headers for them, so you can go faster as well. So that might be something that we look at. We've got a field in the middle growing, which is, we'll have to throw some fertilizer on today, but... Ooh, unfold the tool. We can go back and upgrade it to get a bigger hopper on the top as well. But for now, we haven't got that. I don't think it's a big deal, really. So yeah, definitely going to help us get this done all at once, faster. It goes the same speed, but it's double the cutting width. So I know you can get faster headers for it, so I think you can do like 30. But for now, this is a huge upgrade for us, and I'm happy with it. The beam, I've got the long one, so it'll come out past the bigger header. I think all we're going to have to worry about now is just getting a corn header to fit it. I'm pretty sure they're all generic. I haven't really done much corn, so we're going to find out. We've got that corn header over there we can use anyway. And when we save up, we can, you know, try a bigger one. And that's the main thing. But this is heaps better. Getting a whole lot more done in the same amount of time is going to be a bonus for us moving forward. Especially when we get ourselves some more fields and more land and more things to do. We'll have to check to make sure we've got enough firewood in our cabin as well. And we're going to have to throw some chicken feed into the chickens, because they were getting a bit low. I don't want the poor little fellas to starve. But nah, this is way better. I love it. Very, very good. What was it, about 240, 250,000 I think it was for the whole lot. Got the 12 meter header instead of the 6 meter. This, you can upgrade the motor. You can put a huge hopper on it that I think will end up holding 30,000 litres. So yeah, perfect for us. Nice upgrade. I think next we'll get ourselves that case tractor. We'll start out with a 180 horsepower, and I think it goes up to 310. So that's what I like about it. You can start with a basic one, and as you get more cash and repair them, you can throw the better parts at them. Instead of having 7 different tractors, you can have 1 or 2 that do all the jobs. And this one, you can still put a front loader attachment on it as well, which is something that I like. As you start getting up into some of the medium or the full size range tractors, you can't do that. And if we get to that stage, we might even get ourselves a telehandler. Because there is one that I use on some maps before that does have a tow hitch on the back. That will be good still for picking up all of our things. And it won't take away from having a bit bigger tractor that we need. Alright, I'm going to get this finished, and we'll see you very, very shortly. Alright, we've got a full harvester. I don't even know if our trailer is going to be big enough to hold this now. I didn't think about that when we upgraded the storage. I think it holds 12 or 15,000 litres now. I can't remember. But we're going to find out. And he's out pretty fast, which is good. almost empty. I think we should fit it all in. We could. That extension made the difference, having that extra couple of 1,000 litres. Tractor doesn't like it, but that's working. That is all that matters. So I think, yeah, down the track we'll, pardon me, we'll upgrade it. Get the bigger motor, get the bigger hopper, get the faster header. And then, I mean, this is probably the only harvester we're ever going to need, unless we can afford to get the big Colossus. But yeah, I mean, for now, this is perfection, pure perfection. I don't even know what episode we're on, maybe 20. I think there's about 80 hours in this map already that I've put in. Sometimes I do an hour or two, just, you know, if we've just been doing harvesting in the last episode, or we've done heaps of cultivating, like I'll jump in and cultivate all the fields so they're ready, so it's not too repetitive, or I try to make it not repetitive. But you know, it works how it works. Definitely made a lot of short work of this, but having this bigger one was just a gem. Fingers getting sore, so I've got cruise control on. What look like in the cab. Considering we started doing this field with no cab, now we've got shock seats, we've got aircon, we've got everything, you know? Wicked. Should be proud of ourselves. And the best thing is with this, it's a bit faster, so you know, if the trailer's full, the stuff that's left we can zoom across and just dump straight into the silo instead of having to race around with a slower tractor, trying to sell it off and stuff straight away just so we can empty it out. I don't know if, yeah, I was hoping to maybe just 2 more rows, but I think we might have to do another little one, who knows. It's okay, if we were still using the other one we would have had 5 rows to go, so no big deal. At least now when we watch it we don't have the fear of falling off into those blades like we did with the last one. Spun around, yank. So we have 14,000 litres in there ready, so we're going to end up with 18, maybe 20,000 litres, I'd say, which is pretty good. With the old harvester that would have been 5 trailer load, or 5 times emptied into the trailer. Jolly good. Got it. Bit of an old beast, but she's a classic. Twin screw. So then we're going to fit it all in. Never does, always leaves us with a little bit. Try and flick this out over in here. Now we've got to work out somewhere to park this now because she's such a big rig, but I think we'll leave that there for now. We'll head up to the shop, get this sold off. I don't think we need to put soybeans in any of our productions. I don't think any of them take it for any specific reason. Nah, not specifically, so Not for now, but I know there is a couple of milkshake factories you can get that you can make flavoured milkshakes with soy milk and stuff like that too, so that could be something that we look into. Let's get this up and get it sold. Here we are up at the shop. 17,200 litres of prime soybeans. I love this trailer, it dumps pretty fast as well. $38,000, not too bad. That pays for half of our header. Good. We might grab our silage that we got sitting down here. Get that in the trailer up for sale. And actually no, we'll grab some wheat. Get that into the chickens before I forget it, and then we'll do the silage. Otherwise the chickens will have no food and they'll starve and we won't have any eggs because they're going alright. I want to check on the sheep too. How many with them do we have? 180. So we got some that are youngers. Yeah, so they're reproducing pretty well. Got a bit of a wide range of what's going on there. Cattle, how are they doing? They're not producing that fast, but I think they've got to be 18 months before they can produce. I haven't had them ones that long. Little wheat we have, that'll be enough to keep the chickens going because that pen doesn't hold a lot, but it takes a lot. It can handle a lot of chickens. It just doesn't take a lot of food. A bit weird. You'd love to be able to modify that and just throw another 5,000 or 10,000 litres in it, so they won't run out. But we just got to be a bit more proactive and make sure we keep onto it. What about our open air garden? How's that going for? So it's got plenty of water. Well, it needs more water, but yeah, I think we're good for now. If we don't get it done this episode, but they're going to survive. Can't remember, do we end up producing seeds? If we did, we can bring some of them over to the garden. Yeah, we did. So how much seed have we got over in here? Oh, we could. So that open air garden is going to be, we're using free stuff. Got all the manure here to put in it. We've got the seeds that we made from our corn. And we got the water that's free, so that's pretty cool. Our garden is now self-sufficient. Doesn't cost us any money to run it. That's always a goal. We're going to get rid of these trees, they're annoying me. Maybe get rid of them through the road in behind it. That filled up, the rest can go in our silo for now. And then we'll come back up with some seeds. Manure's in the silo, the seeds are back here. Didn't take them all, I was hoping it would. I'll have to chop some of this grass up, get that sorted out for the sheep. Throw the rest over there into our little silage pit. And maybe bring some more straw over here. It always looks like they need more, but that one doesn't actually make it full. See, it's still got tons in there. Yeah, I think everything's going pretty hunky-dory, actually. We might use that green tractor and throw some water in some of these buildings. I know there was a water distributor thing you could get. I'll have a look and see how much that is. That might be handy to get in. The only downside of that is it'll distribute to all of them to fill them all up. So when you look at some of our productions, a lot of them take water. Like this one here, it probably takes 300,000 litres or something silly. So that's a fair bit of work, like to get those water distributors set up properly. It's because some of them take a lot of water, so you know, you wake up the next morning and it's empty, so you just got to keep topping it off, I guess. Where is it? Is it in productions? Oop. That was a blue one. I thought it might have been in containers. I don't know if that one does it automatically. Haven't used that one before. Any tools? Bummer. There is one that you can fill up with seeds, manure, and all that sort of jazz too. We could put that one in. That's it there. Water distributor. So we might plonk that one down somewhere that sort of maybe these guys can use it for their tents as well. I think for now. Probably put that here. Maybe something like that. And then now we should be able to look at that. And that'll just send the water around wherever it's needed, which will be perfect for us. That'll save a little bit of a hassle. But, you know, that way we've only got to take water to one spot, not to 15. Could have just gone around the other side, it would have been easier. But that's the plan, is just to take a few of these little daily niggle. We're still going to be a chore. It's just not going to 5 different places now. We can just fill up one. Alright, let's see how we go. Does it empty out here or there? Who knows how much water it's going to hold. I've never used this one before. I've used other ones, but not this one, so we will see what we will see. Right, so that's the second load we've put in there now. Around 4, it's probably going to hold about 500,000 litres, but I guess tomorrow when we check it, it's probably going to be empty, because all of these little buildings and productions are going to steal a lot of it. So we might just throw in a little bit to the cows and chickens and sheep wherever it's needed, so we know they're not going to be empty. And then once we get all the other ones, unfortunately all the other ones are just going to fill up with water because it's set to distribute, I think. Well, it will be in a second. So yeah, all of these productions, that one doesn't take it. This one doesn't take water. Pretty sure this one will. Yep, that one takes water, so that'll probably take a lot. This takes water. I don't think this one takes water. But yeah, it's going to slowly just, overnight it'll dunk dunk, fill up everything, and then when it's empty we'll just keep topping it off until everything levels off, and once that's done we're not going to have to worry about it. Just got to worry about seed and manure. And there is another building you can get for that if you want to. I think it's in productions maybe as well. It takes fertilizer. There it is there. You can fill it up with fertilizer, manure, seed and water. And whatever needs it, it just goes to it. So once again, you've got to be careful because some of them buildings do take seed, water, fertilizer, so it will, and I think it's 500,000 of each. So yeah, the manure is easy because it's free. The water is easy because it's free, but the seeds and fertilizer cost a lot of cash. So if you do have any productions that will take seed and fertilizer, like this, will go to the open air garden. But here, you know, you've got mineral feed and water. There's different productions that will take them into, so just be wary of that. Otherwise, you'll end up going, oh yeah, I've got that, that's sorted for a long time, and then you come back and have a look, you're like, holy crap, it's all gone. It's happened to me on a map before. I put in 50,000 seed, 500,000 water, and about 150,000 manure that we had stashed, and the next day it went to every place that we wanted it, we didn't want it to go to. Just be mindful of that as well. They are handy. It's sometimes better to start off with everything full of what you need first, because those other productions may steal it. And it's a lot of cash just to have. Why isn't that taking the water? Doesn't it like this? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's a lot of cash, especially when you got nothing. To have 150,000 or $200,000 worth of seed and fertilizer just disappeared to places that you don't need it, you can't use it. So. Yeah, we've got the chickens fed, we've got water and everything that we need, we've got manure back in here, we've got a few seeds back in there, so everything should be getting close to being sorted. Throw the rest of this in here, and then we're good to go. So how's our animals? They got all the water, they need some more grass, they got enough wheat back in there to keep them going. And our open air garden, how are we going with that? That should be full of water, full of manure, and almost full of seed. There you go, full of everything. So that's a good way to start. And I think our little water building has been filled. Yep, we're good to go. So we'll leave that trailer there. So I'm pretty sure tomorrow we're going to have to probably do that all over again. Alright, that is where we're going to leave this episode. Thank you for watching. Everything looks good in here. Not too bad. Still got a fair bit of firewood here, so we don't have to worry about bringing down another quart. The door shut. Close, you bugger. There we go. We can have a look at our view out there. Do some dishes, make some dinner. Thank you for watching. Hope you're safe and well. And we'll see you in the next one.